Howdy, this is Lemmy with RevZilla.
And I'm Spurgeon, and we're here to welcome you to the best tires of 2019.
Now, tires are pretty important. They're literally the only thing between your motorcycle and the ground. So we take them pretty seriously here at RevZilla. We're guessing you probably do too. So we're here to show you all of the best new tires upcoming for this riding season.
So we're gonna kick things off with the Michelin Anakee Adventurer tire. And this is gonna get our award for the best wanderer. So for those of you out there that like to wander down any road that presents itself to you, this is gonna be a tire you should consider if you're riding a large adventure bike. Really what I like about this tire is that it's gonna give you long distance mileage with a lot of sport touring capabilities built in, and that's one of the things that Michelin is really known for, but now you get it for adventure bikes.
So the neat part about this tire too is that it comes in both 19 and 21 inch front wheel sizes. So whether you have a more dirt oriented machine or you're on something that's a little more comfortable in the street, you will have an option in the Anakee Adventurer. Now when I saw this thing, I thought immediately of my own riding style, right? Like when I use an adventure bike, I treat it like a big tourer, and sometimes I just wind up going off the pavement. It's you know, that's just sort of how I ride. This seems like it'd be a perfect tire for me.
Well, you're actually the person that I immediately thought of because of the trip that you took with your wife where you took the Africa Twin across the country and back, and you really didn't see much in the way of dirt, but you did want to tackle long distance miles. And I think there's a lot of people out there that are starting to treat adventure bikes like large sport touring bikes, and I've really over the years gravitated towards Michelin personally for their sport touring tires. I like the dual compound that you're seeing a lot, especially with like their road series tires, and now you're getting a lot of that technology baked in here with the 2CT and the 2CT Plus, and really what that means is you're getting a slightly harder compound down the middle for longer wear, but when you get to the side, the edges of the tires, you're getting a slightly softer, different compound for better grip. And then when you really look at the tread pattern, you do get more of an aggressive tread without really deterring from the comfort of riding on the street. But if you see a dirt road or some light gravel and you want to go explore, this is going to be an excellent option for you to have on your bike.
I think you're hitting the nail right on the head. I think I wind up using a tire like this most often when my GPS tells me a little white lie and an improved road becomes an unimproved road. They say that not all who wander are lost, but in my case, typically I am. Yeah. Let's move on to our next tire, Spurge. Winning our Best Fitment Award for 2019 is Avon with the new Cobra Chrome tire. Now they've got some big promises with this. They're promising this has an increase of 5% in the contact patch, and they're also promising 10% more mileage out of the Cobra Chrome.
Those are some bold claims.
Very bold.
And I will be honest with you, Avon is not a brand that I normally hear you recommend on a regular basis. It's not a brand that I go to for a recommendation, so I'm trying to figure out exactly what it was about this tire that really got you to make its pick. I'm trying to see if it was maybe some of the artwork. You got a little cobra here on the side and some snake skin running down. So, I mean, was that really your inspiration for this?
Well, that is cool, and while it's maybe not my style, this is definitely an appeal to some folks. But the name of the award pretty much tells everybody why this thing is up here. They're making these in a huge array of sizes. If you have a cruiser, is almost a certainty that you're going to find something in the Cobra Chrome to fit. They're making these in 15s, 16s, 17s, 19s, 21s, 23s, and there's some other wheel sizes I actually forgot in there. If you have a cruiser, odds are excellent. There's a Cobra Chrome to fit.
Well, it's funny because I think about the times that I have recommended Avon in the past when I was working at the dealership level, and a lot of times Avon is a go-to tire for a lot of people that just simply can't find fitment for other worlds, be it metric cruisers or even some of the old Triumph models. Avon was always that brand that made a tire for your odd duck size, so that doesn't surprise me that they're carrying on that tradition with the new Cobra.
Absolutely, and these come in some white wall sizes too, which is really nice to see. Congratulations to Avon for rolling out this tire. Moving on next, we've got our best sport tire going to Pirelli for the Diablo Rosso Corsa 2. Now this tire, I would say, it kind of resembles the Super Corsa SPV3 tire, you know, their top dog tire. The problem is that thing only fits like Panigales, H2Rs, like crazy hyper
the
bikes.
Sizes for the rest of us.
Right, exactly. So I think of this as sort of the saner version of that tire. This is going to be made in sizes that are going to fit, you know, a little, you know, bikes are a little bit more common. You're going to see a little bit more in terms of grooves on here for wet weather capability on this tire. This is just going to be a tire, I think, that's going to be the SPV3 sort of for the rest of us. W-rated tire, so literally the highest speed rating you can get on a motorcycle tire. This thing absolutely crushes it, whether you're really riding aggressively on the street, slicing and dicing some canyons, or you're going to the track, this tire is going to handle it.
Yeah, so I'm going to stop you right there because at best this category is going to be a tie, because my pick for best tire for this category is going to be the Dunlop Q3 Plus. And really what you have to keep in mind is when we went to the Q3, the Plus, it gives you a silica packed based resin down the center strip of the rear tire, but you still get the softer compound on the side. So really what you're getting is the best of both worlds. You're getting increased longevity on the center of the tire, but you're not sacrificing any of the grip on the side. So, you know, my experience with this tire was California Superbike School. When I went back a second year to finish out the program, they had bumped up to the Q3 Pluses, and really we were losing no grip. But then again, if you're using this for your regular street ride, you are getting increased wet weather performance on the rear with that extra bit of silica in there. But again, it's really that longevity, and these come in cheaper than the Pirellis too. So you get longer life out of it, and it's a more affordable tire to buy up front. So I'm still going to go ahead and recommend the Dunlop Q3 Pluses for those of you out there.
Now, I think those things are also made in USA too, which is also really neat. One of the things I think is kind of important here too is this sort of comes down to a little bit of brand loyalty too, right? Like I think we're all guilty of sort of finding a brand we like.
They're both very good tires.
Right. I know when it comes to sport tires, you've run Dunlops forever and ever. I'm kind of a Pirelli guy. I mean, yes, do they cost a couple more dollars? Absolutely. However, every time I put a set of Pirelli sport tires on my bike, I've always been really happy with them. So I gotta be honest.
It's a tie for 2019.
All right, let's move on to our next skin there.
And I believe this is going to be our last pick of the day.
Winning our Big Adventure Award, we've got the Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR tire. Now, I think this is going to be a lovely tire, as the name may indicate, for those of you on big adventure motorcycles. All too often, you put an aggressive tire onto one of those motorcycles, you know probably better than I do, and the thing gives up on the road. It just can't put out with the power. Like your 1090 is a perfect example.
I really like the Pirelli Scorpion Rallies, right? But I think for a lot of people out there, they're not going hardcore off-road all the time. So I think this kind of splits the difference. What this does is you don't give up as much as a true 50/50 tire from a street capability, but you're not going to get quite the longevity of those Michelins that we talked to at the beginning of this video. What you are going to get is a great street tire that for folks that really want to start pushing the boundaries off-road, the STRs are going to be a great option for you to put on your bike and really start to play around with that off-road performance.
Right, when you jump back on the road, the tire is also going to give you the confidence you need to zip around a corner.
Yep.
I think a good way to sum it up might be the Anakee that we discussed earlier and this Scorpion Rally STR is really, the Anakee is for those who don't want to drop their bike, and this is for folks who expect to drop their bike.
Or at least they're willing to try. You want to learn how to drop your bike.
So that's going to wrap it up. These are the best tires we found for 2019. Now remember, if you have any questions about any of the items you've seen in the 2019 gear guide, swing over to RevZilla.com. We've got articles, we've got videos, a little bit of expert opinion sprinkled in there to help you determine what products might be right for you.
And as always, you want to make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube so you can keep up with all the content we have rolling out, including our new Rider Type series for 2019, where we really break down the best gear for your individual riding style.
As always, I'm Lem.
I'm Spurge.
We're out of here.
Enjoy the ride.